Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that most of your decisions were never completely yours. The shoes you bought, the videos you watched, the food you ordered, the app you opened 47 times today. What if I told you that billion-dollar companies have spent decades studying your psychology, your habits, your emotions, and your weaknesses? Not because they hate you, because understanding your brain is one of the most profitable businesses on Earth. Every second, companies compete for your attention. And attention is no longer just attention, it's money, it's influence, it's power. The scary part? Most manipulation doesn't look like manipulation. It looks like choice. And that's exactly why it works. Stay until the end because I'll reveal the most powerful manipulation technique of all. One so effective that people willingly defend the companies using it. 100 years ago, companies mostly sold products. Today, they sell behavior. The goal is no longer just to convince you to buy something. The goal is to shape your habits. Because if a company can shape your habits, it doesn't need to keep selling to you. Your brain starts selling to itself. Let's begin with the first battlefield, your attention. Imagine two companies. One has the best product, the other has your attention. The second company usually wins. That's because attention comes before everything else, before purchases, before loyalty, before influence. This is why every app fights to keep you engaged. Infinite scrolling wasn't created because users asked for it. It was created because stopping gives you time to think. And thinking is dangerous for companies. Because the moment you stop, you might leave. The longer you stay, the more ads you see. The more ads you see, the more money they make. Suddenly, your attention becomes a product. Not their product, you. But capturing attention is easy compared to what comes next. Because once companies have your attention, they begin influencing your emotions. Think about a luxury watch advertisement. Do they talk about gears? Rarely. Instead, they show success, confidence, power, respect. Why? Because humans don't buy products. Humans buy stories. A sports car isn't transportation, it's status. A perfume isn't fragrance, it's attraction. A designer brand isn't clothing, it's identity. Companies learned a secret a long time ago. Emotions drive purchases. Logic justifies them later. People say, I bought it because it was higher quality, but often the emotional decision happened first. The logical explanation came afterward. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful chemicals in your brain. Dopamine. Most people think dopamine is pleasure. Not exactly. Dopamine is anticipation. It's the feeling that something exciting might happen. And companies exploit that relentlessly. Every swipe, every refresh, every notification, every mystery reward. Social media platforms know that unpredictable rewards keep people engaged. Maybe the next post is funny. Maybe it's shocking. Maybe someone liked your content. Maybe someone messaged you. Your brain keeps checking because the next reward could arrive at any moment. This principle is so powerful that casinos use the exact same psychology. You don't stay because you're winning. You stay because you might win. Have you ever noticed how many notification icons are red? That's not random. Red grabs attention. Red signals urgency. Red creates emotional activation. Thousands of tiny design choices are tested constantly. Button colors, font sizes, notification sounds. Every detail is measured. Every detail is optimized. The goal isn't beauty. The goal is behavior. If changing a button increases clicks by 2%, companies celebrate because millions of users multiplied by 2% becomes enormous profit. Humans copy humans. This kept our ancestors alive. If everyone ran from danger, you ran too. Today, companies exploit the same instinct. Bestseller, trending now, most popular choice, millions of users, #1 app. Notice the pattern? They're telling you what other people are doing, because your brain uses other people's decisions as a shortcut. When uncertain, people follow crowds. Companies know it. Fear of missing out. Possibly the most profitable emotion ever discovered. Only 2 hours left. Limited edition. Last chance. Sale ends tonight. Only 3 remaining. Notice something? Urgency reduces thinking. The less time you have, the less analysis you perform. And rushed decisions usually benefit the seller, not the buyer. That's why countdown timers appear everywhere. Not because time is running out, because your resistance is. Imagine I show you a $5,000 watch. Then I show you a $1,000 watch. Suddenly, $1,000 feels reasonable. But why? Because your brain compares. The first number becomes an anchor, and everything after that is judged against it. Restaurants do this. Retail stores do this. Subscription services do this. The expensive option isn't always designed to sell. Sometimes it's designed to make another option look attractive. Years ago, advertisements targeted everyone. Today, advertisements target you. Algorithms watch what you click, what you ignore, what you watch twice, what makes you stop scrolling, what keeps your eyes on screen. Every action teaches the system something. Eventually, companies build detailed profiles, not because they're curious, because prediction is profitable. The better they understand your behavior, the easier it becomes to influence it. The most successful companies don't want customers, they want habits. A customer buys once, a habit buys forever. Think about how many times you check your phone daily. Most people don't consciously decide, they simply do it. That's the power of habit loops. Cue, action, reward. Repeated thousands of times, eventually behavior becomes automatic. And automatic behavior is extremely valuable. People love free products, free apps, free platforms, free services. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If you're not paying with money, you may be paying with attention, or data, or future purchases. Many business models depend on collecting attention and converting it into profit. Nothing is truly free. Someone always pays. Ever wonder why supermarkets are designed the way they are? Essentials are often placed far apart. Popular products appear at eye level. Candy sits near checkout lines. The layout isn't accidental. It's psychology. The longer you stay inside a store, the more likely you are to buy something unexpected. What feels like browsing often becomes spending. This is where things become dangerous. The strongest marketing doesn't change what you buy. It changes who you think you are. Brands become tribes. People begin attaching identity to products. They don't buy a phone. They become the type of person who uses that phone. They don't buy clothes. They become the type of person who wears those clothes. Once identity enters the equation, logic becomes weaker. Now, criticism of the product feels like criticism of the person, and that's incredibly powerful. Many people think, I know these tricks, they won't work on me. That's exactly what makes them effective. Psychological influence doesn't require ignorance. It requires humanity. Even experts experience emotions. Even psychologists feel urgency. Even marketers get influenced by marketing. Nobody is completely immune. Awareness simply reduces vulnerability. The biggest cost isn't money. It's attention, because attention shapes decisions. Decisions shape habits. Habits shape outcomes, and outcomes shape lives. Every hour spent reacting is an hour not spent creating. Every distraction steals a little focus. Over years, those small losses become enormous. So are companies evil? Not necessarily. Most are simply following incentives. Their goal is growth. Your goal is living intentionally. Those goals sometimes align, sometimes they don't. The important thing is understanding the game, because once you see the system, you stop moving through life unconsciously. You begin questioning. You begin noticing. You begin choosing. And that's where your power returns. The next time your phone buzzes, pause. The next time you see a countdown timer, pause. The next time an ad promises a better version of yourself, pause. Ask, is this helping me or influencing me? Because in a world where thousands of companies compete for your attention every second, protecting your mind becomes one of the most valuable skills you can develop. Your attention is your life. Where it goes, your future follows. If you enjoyed this documentary and want more psychology, self-improvement, hidden persuasion tactics, and powerful life lessons, subscribe now.